North Korea has reported its first ever COVID outbreak since the start of the pandemic. The country called it the gravest national emergency and has ordered a nationwide lockdown. North Korean leader Kim Jong-Un chaired a Workers' Party meeting to discuss responses to the outbreak. Kim ordered all cities and counties of the country to strictly lock down their regions, adding that the country would mobilize emergency reserve medical supplies. The state media reported that a subvariant of the highly transmissible Omicron virus had been detected in the capital city of Pyongyang. However, they did not provide any details on the number of cases or the possible source of infection, adding that the samples of the infected people were collected on the 8th of May. The first official COVID case could lead to a major crisis in the country, as North Korea has refused to accept international help with vaccination. The country has turned down offers of vaccinations from the World Health Organization and China and Russia. Moreover, its crumbling health infrastructure would struggle to deal with any major outbreak. North Korea has enforced strict quarantine measures, including border lockdowns, since the start of the pandemic. Kim Jong-un had previously declared an emergency in July of 2020 after a man started showing symptoms of the virus. Now, joining us live for more on this is our correspondent, Phoebe Amoroso from Tokyo. Hello to you, Phoebe. Now, North Korea has reported its first COVID case, calling it the gravest national emergency. Now, that being said, the country has turned down offers of vaccinations from the WHO, as well as China and Russia. Phoebe, I'll repeat the question. We are talking about North Korea reporting its first COVID case. It is now calling this the gravest national emergency. With that being said, the country had originally turned down offers of vaccination from the World Health Organization, as well as China and Russia. What can you tell us on the latest? Now we're coming to you with the latest coming out of North Korea. North Korea has reported its first COVID case since the pandemic began in 2020. Now we are hearing that Kim Jong-un has ordered all cities and counties of the country to strictly lock down their regions in the face of this case that has been reported, adding that the country would be mobilizing their emergency reserve medical supplies. We know that from the state media, a subvariant of the highly transmissible Omicron virus has been detected in Pyongyang. We do not know, however, any details on the number of cases yet or the possible source of infection. North Korea has in the past refused to accept any international help with vaccinations for the coronavirus. The country has turned down offers of vaccinations from Russia, China, as well as the World Health Organization. And North Korea also struggles with a crumbling health infrastructure, which would be under incredible pressure if they were to struggle with any major outbreak. Okay, going across live to our correspondent, Phoebe Amoroso from Tokyo. Hello to you, Phoebe. I hope you can hear me now. North Korea has reported its first COVID case, calling this the gravest national emergency. With that being said, the country has in the past turned down offers of vaccinations from the World Health Organization, China, and Russia. What are the latest details you have?
Well, as is the case with North Korea, it is a very closed country, and many observers are second-guessing, what will be its next strategy. First of all, there is a huge amount of skepticism as to whether this is actually the first case. Many North Korean analysts believe that there have been many cases within North Korea and that it's yet to report them. So the timing of this announcement might suggest that cases really have just spread to the point where Pyongyang can no longer hide them. Now, in terms of how it will respond, yes, we've heard it's declared a maximum emergency. It's going to be strictly locking down cities and counties, but it is already really struggling from 2 years of closed borders. Its biggest trading partner of China, for example, trade between the two countries dropped 90% from 2019 levels down to 2021, and there are huge food and medical shortages. However, several observers do not believe that North Korea will turn necessarily to outside help. As you reported, the country has already turned down many offers of vaccinations. So its main strategy is just to keep the borders and the country locked down. However, with this announcement, that shows that that strategy is not working for it.
Right, and Phoebe, are there any reports on how the country is prepared to deal with an outbreak? It is expected to be a major blow to the healthcare system.
Yes, we don't have too many details on the inner workings, but yes, the medical system is likely to be under incredible strain, and basic daily necessities are in short supply. So that's going to put some pressure on the healthcare system more generally. In terms of how it will keep the economy still running during these strict lockdowns, it has said that it's potentially looking at isolating each kind of industry group into separate units in order to try and minimize the spread of infection from within certain groups. But with this lockdown, it's currently unclear as to exactly how economic activities will continue and what impact this will have on the healthcare system, which is already struggling.
Right. Phoebe, thank you very much for bringing us all the latest details on that COVID case in North Korea.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.